Hello, everyone. Welcome to lesson 1.1 in this course where we are going to learn how to vibe code apps. So, after the intro, let's not wait any longer and let's start installing the tools we will be needing. So, let's go to Google. I am on a Mac computer and we are going to install VS Code. So, we search now for VS Code. Right here, click on the first link and then go to this link, download. Now, if you have a Windows, then of course, download a Windows 10 or 11 version. I have a Mac, I will be downloading the Mac version. As you can see, the download has started, so let's wait for it to finish. And the download's finished, so let's go to downloads. Let's open it. Expanding, and here we have VS Code. Now let's select it and move it to applications, which is the normal way of doing things. Next, we need to install Cursor. So open a new tab, go to Google and search for Cursor. Now Cursor is basically an AI code editor. Click on it. And what it is basically it is similar to VS Code. It is exactly a fork of VS Code, meaning that it is based on VS Code. It has almost all of the capabilities of VS Code plus some more that we are going to see in our future lessons. So let's click download. For our course, we are mostly going to work on Cursor, but it is important for any beginner to also know about VS Code and then move to Cursor because that really helps you. And most of the documentation online right now only deals with VS Code. So, yes, Cursor is downloaded. Open the file again. This right here is the file. Double click it. Move cursor to applications. And there it is. Cursor is now installed as well. So let's quickly show you in applications. Here we have VS Code. Open. And voila, brand new VS Code version. Next is Cursor, but I'm not going to open it right now. You know what? Let's open it also. And let's show you guys how similar it is. Yes, open. And there it is, Cursor as well. So next we need to install Sourcetree. I'm going to close Cursor and VS Code and open a new tab, and now we search for Sourcetree. Sourcetree. Click right here, download free, agree with the agreement, and click download. And the download starts, it's very small. Open downloads, unzip Sourcetree, as you can see, double click it, yes, open, move to applications folder, and voila, we now have Sourcetree open. Now, I'm going to close everything and I'm going to show you how to work with Sourcetree. So, see you in a second. And I am back, guys. So let's open Sourcetree again. Here it is, Sourcetree. It actually opened on the other screen, so I'm going to move it right here in the center. And so for most of you guys, this is how it's going to look like if you have no repository installed. If you have, then it's probably going to detect those and show you. But here's what we are going to do. We are going to create our own repository, but first, quickly, I would like to tell you what Sourcetree does. So, Sourcetree is basically a graphical user interface version of Git. Now, you might be saying, what is Git? Git is basically a code management tool. It's easier to show you than to explain it to you. So, let's start. First of all, we are going to create a new folder. Let's rename it and call it temp right here. And now inside this temp, let's create a Git repository using Sourcetree. So right here, you will see new, click on it, and then click on create local repository. Right here, click on the three dots. Finder will open. Now go to desktop, select temp or any other folders that you have created. Click open and then click create. Now there is a repository inside this folder. Now let's create a file in this folder. I have just opened it. There is no file in it. I'm going to use the terminal and quickly create a file, a text file. All right, guys. Now, as you can see, I have created a text file in our temp folder. And let's go back to Sourcetree. And you see there's a 1 appearing it. Double click here and you will see that there is a new file with a question mark. This means that Hello Flutter is a new file that has been created. Now, let's say I move this file out and we go back. You see, nothing to commit. But if I move this file back into the folder and go back to Sourcetree, we see Hello Flutter, a new text file has been detected. So basically, what Git does, as you can see, temp is a Git repository. What it does is basically tracks all the files inside the folder. This folder can have folders and it can have folder inside it, and it can have more folders and more folders. It will always track all the files and folders that are in this repository. That's why it's called a repository and not a folder. So let's quickly commit this file. That's how you save things in history. Basically, a commit is just a save in history, and we add a message. And by convention, the first message is always initial commit. Confirm add, click OK, and nothing to commit again. Now let's go to our history tab, and you see right here we have master initial commit. Now I want to quickly tell you guys what you're about to see. You should just learn and try to replicate, but if you cannot replicate, do not be afraid. I encourage you to watch more videos about Git and Sourcetree from other sources. This is not the core of your work. This is something that is important that you should do. Many people do it, many universities do it, many offices do it, industry standards do this. They work with Git, they work with Sourcetree, but it is not essential. So I encourage you to read about Git on your own time, but if you don't understand it for the first time, please do not be afraid. You will not be dealing with it a lot. Let's say we open the Hello Flutter file. And let's say we write some code in it. Let's say we write, hello, my name is John. Just any line. And then we save it. Now, Let's go back to Sourcetree, and there, right there, we see we have uncommitted changes. Click on it, and you will see my name is John has been added. So Sourcetree doesn't only track the files inside a folder, it also tracks all the lines, everything that is written inside these. So let's commit it, and let's give a commit message, added my name. And you can see that now you have added another commit at a different time. There's the date, there's the time. This one was added at 10 p.m. This one was added at 10:03 p.m. And that's how you know. So let's add two more lines. Line number 2 and line number 3. And let's say we go back and we delete the first line, but keep the empty line. And let's save it. Now let's go back to Sourcetree. We have uncommitted changes. Let's look at those. And there you go. We now have 3 new lines added, 2 lines that we did add, and the one that was the empty line that we kept. And the original line is now removed. Let's commit this again. Give it a simple commit message, third commit. And voila, you see now we have all this code in history. We can click on any of this and we can go back in time and look at how our code has changed. Now, all of this you are going to learn as you get better at making apps. You do not need to learn all of it right now. Once again, this is just a demonstration, but I encourage you to read more about Git, study Git on your own time. This course does not really focus on Git, but on AI development. But this is a really helpful tool. And if you learn Git and learn Sourcetree, you will get really, really better at writing code because when you work with AI writes thousands of lines of code sometimes, and it becomes very hard to track which line you just wrote and which was the older line. So, I encourage you to study about Git, and in the next lesson, we actually start installing Flutter and start on our journey. Goodbye, and see you in the next lesson.